You gonna do a 3D box?
Oh, now that you said. Now that you said.
Cause I can see that shit like a 3D box. You dig? Music box studio, like the 3D box made with a music note in the middle or something like that. Or, you know.
My cousin, he a graphic designer, so tell him what you said. It's a nigga who do my websites and everything.
Right. That'll be dope. Music box studio. We recording?
Yeah, we live.
All right. Music box studio. Keep all that shit too. Keep all that. All right, we live. Benjamin from Benjimanzroom. What's your online name and shit?
KP_the_producer.
But if I wanted to just call you, like, you know how like they got Joe Budden podcast, they got like Ice and Ish. What's your like Ice and Ish name? KP? Like what's your like?
Right now it's KP.
KP. All right.
It's KP.
All right. Cause that's funny because when you know people, it's funny to know what other people know them as and what you know them as. You know what I'm saying? So like, not a whole world gonna be calling you KP. And
so it's crazy. I actually just rebranded myself as KP, probably the last year or two. But now everybody call me KP.
Right.
Once I decided to go hard with the studio, and I said I wanted to be a producer full time, so I can't call myself Keenan.
Right. But that name, it suits, like KP suits you for some reason.
My fucking initials, and I got the fucking chain. I wish I had my shit on now.
But everybody initials don't suit them.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't call myself BL, like, you know. But KP really, like, it looked like that shit, like it got a ring to it, though. Like it really
worked,
do.
Yeah.
So KP, we got Benjamin from, y'all probably know me from Benjimanzroom. You might not. You might just know me from a million different places. You dig? But we live, you dig? And right now, we at Music Box Studios. This is our number one. This is our first pilot, you could say, of this thing that we building. What you think we gonna call this thing?
Fuck, I'm rolling with Benjimanzroom.
Yeah, we could do something like what, Benjimanzroom Live or Benjimanzroom Benjimanzroom.
Fuck, Benjimanzroom.
Yeah.
Now you got your room, bitch.
Yeah, Benjimanzroom. So all right. Good. Look, you know I'm a big fan of Joe Budden podcast. I keep saying that shit, but I could see people who just starting their podcast out, or they pages out, going through this thought process, and that's why he probably came with, we're gonna name this later, some shit like that. That was the name of his original fucking podcast. We're gonna name this podcast later.
The best thing to do is get off your ass and get it started.
Right.
Shit like that'll come to you later.
It's gonna come to you later. Facts. So we live in Benjimanzroom. You dig? This is the first pilot of what we building. Today we talking about ROB49. Rob took over the city like a fucking time bomb.
Right.
You been in the music world. You dig? When was your first time hearing about ROB49?
No lie. 2 weeks ago.
Real shit.
When they did the video shoot.
I think ROB49 was like a time mark in the city. Like, if you been knew about them, that said a lot about you. If you never heard of them after that video shoot, that said a lot about you. If you just heard of them during the video shoot, that said a lot about you. Mm-hmm. You did. So it was almost like a, yeah.
I had my feet in so many different avenues of music, and unfortunately, I just don't catch up with the underground New Orleans.
Right.
And, you know, I'm doing a lot of the brass band, so I'm listening to a lot of live music. I got a live band that I work with, so I listen to a lot of rock music sometimes because I mix a lot of projects.
Right.
So I just don't have the time for it.
Right.
But now I will say I'm a fan.
Right. And me, I got on them a little bit earlier, probably maybe December, November, like around December, November. Mm-hmm. You did. I got on them. And that was just from the kids at the park. Mm-hmm. They just talking about ROB49. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me check this dude out, right? and I end up liking his music. So once I like your music and I hear that you got some, yeah, and then he made a song with Nino Kelvin where they had linked up on a Currency tape. You did, and that was like my first time being like, all right, this kid different, because once you hook up with a Nino Kelvin, Nino Kelvin is like top tier. He 1 or 2 on everybody top 5 when you talk about New Orleans hip hop right now. You gotta put the Nino Kelvin in there. So by him going so crazy on the Nino Kelvin joint on Currency tape, that meant the fucking lot. I was like, man, this kid might, you know what I'm saying, go the long run. I
won't lie. Since I done got on the ride, and just like everybody else, I go down the YouTube rabbit hole and then pull up your Ninos. I was like, all right, I'm lost. Let me catch up. So yeah, I'm fucking with the Ninos. I'm fucking with Rob. It's a good look for the city right now. The city on. And for niggas who out there, get off your ass. Get you a bag. It's time.
And Rob bring up so many different conversations. Like the ROB49 thing is way bigger than what people think it is. Some people think it's just everybody just jumping on somebody wave just to jump on it because we a bunch of dick riders. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they have so many elements to this because you have so many artists that's putting in work, right? So when one artist make it, it's almost like hitting a lottery, and they make you look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're like, well, what the fuck I'm not doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why they choose him? Why they didn't choose me? Well, I've been making hot music for such and such amount of time, and it make you look like a hater when you kind of address that publicly.
It's not even that. I think a lot of people just got the business fucked up. It's more than going to the studio and dropping the motherfucking song. Everybody could do that. I got umpteen fucking songs with niggas that just come up in here and drop the song. It's what you do after you drop the song. You niggas chasing interviews? No. Y'all going out to hit this one and that one? No. Y'all waiting for a nigga to hit that shit. Nigga ain't gonna just find your shit and they don't fuck with you. These niggas ain't got their business right. Or they ain't hustling right.
And I don't know, because I just think, really, Rob different. Like, Rob is just a different creature. Like, he at the age where he understand the internet. The internet been around his whole life. Right? So you got Nino Kelvin, where Nino was around during the time. Yeah, like he was born in the New Orleans hip hop, but he was actually around artists and stuff like that. Like so he kind of had a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like when you around the stars and you're around the sun and the moon, you got a different perspective of the solar system. You know what I'm saying? When you in it, then a person that's detached from that and chasing it like a dream, like a real dream, this is something that he knew that he could fucking obtain, because he seen these motherfuckers around him and know that they was regular motherfuckers before, and now they, you know what I'm saying, like stars.
Yeah.
So the Nino Kelvin thing, it just kind of is a different animal. But I think Rob, the voice is just, the voice is the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got that baritone. He really know how to use them internet words and like, it's almost like he not lyrical. He not gonna give you the ooh, but he gonna give you enough of that juvenile type shit.
He just an authentic nigga.
Yeah, like yeah, because he rap how he talk, and he rap how we talk. A lot of times. So that's the juvenile perspective, where juvenile used to take things that we say and put it in the song, and when he would rap it in the way that we would say it, so you could say it in everyday life.
It still sounded like us.
Yes. So Rob, he give New Orleans that authentic sound again, saying, all right, this our sound.
Nick, everybody went to chasing that Atlanta shit.
I think so, but somebody said something that was kind of He did and
And
gone
while
right
they
now.
chasing Atlanta shit, Atlanta stealing our shit, or not
And that's
necessarily
and that's
stealing
and
our
that's
shit, but they definitely using that shit.
say we've been a general influence on hip hop since Pac died.
Shit, since man, well, yeah, same time frame.
I said I said we've been the number one influence on hip hop since Tupac Shakur died, New Orleans,
This
right?
music, period.
So what we gave to the game, they stuck with it. Like they stuck with that fucking stunting bling bling shit. Like they stuck with that.
You can go to California and Atlanta, and they still listening to that shit.
Florida,
Yeah.
you did Baltimore, like all them places, Detroit, all them places are New Orleans influenced places. You did Texas probably the only state I could say that we didn't just start totally influencing their culture musically.
Right. They
You
had
know what
their
I'm
own
saying?
shit
Like,
going on.
yeah, they always had their own sound going on. Even when our sound was the hottest. You know what I'm saying? They always kept it Texas. California kinda always kept it Cali.
Yeah.
New York totally switched everything. Once them Dipset dudes met Lil Wayne, it was over.
Right.
It was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't really have gangs in New York. They didn't have gangs in New York. That came from jail. So we really influenced the game starting from 96. Then once 99 hit, it was just ridiculous. Like, the game had changed. So now they really been stuck on that. So now you got Rob coming in. Rob bringing kind of the same. You think Rob bringing that same Cash Money fucking like bling bling shit?
Nah, he his own nigga.
So what would you say was his fucking that's his thing? Like why he so hot? Like what's his thing?
He definitely have a unique voice. You can't take that shit from him.
All right.
He don't sound like everybody else. You know, not sounding like everybody else and having something unique, brings a lot to the fucking table. Because I record a lot of these niggas got the same flows, a lot of the same patterns. Son ain't hit you with none of that shit.
Sometimes the word don't even rhyme with the other word, but you get it. You did.
Well, rhyming kinda that shit ain't a factor no more.
Right.
You know?
Right. Cause the way he's saying, he said like I listened to the whole album. The album came out today. It's Friday. Album came out like 11:30 last night, right? So I went to sleep listening to the album. Like I listened to the album 2 times before I went to sleep. I listened to the album 3 times this morning. So I listened to the whole album 5 times, right? And it ain't even been out 12 hours, right? And I just and I want to be very critical of the album. Right? Because I'm trying to like when I'm in the chat rooms and all these little discords and stuff like that, I always test the market because he like one of our hottest trending artists. So if he not hitting with the mainstream, we'll never hit with the mainstream. So I'm just asking about the ROB49, like y'all on that ROB49 academics, all in academics little fucking discords and shit like y'all fucking with that ROB49. Nobody really fucking with it on that level yet. The dude, he gave me some good information. He said, I just don't get the sound. Like I don't get it. Like you know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, this shit gonna be different. Because this shit gonna be a reality check to a lot of y'all motherfuckers. Because the kid not going nowhere and that sound, when it resonate here, we control the market when it come to what sound like.
Niggas didn't understand Kanye shit.
They understand jazz.
Yeah.
They didn't understand jazz because them Jews running their markets. Like a lot of the people that's running their markets, they not in tune. So the shit that they get is the shit that they give them, which is our shit. So they look and see what the fuck we got that's hot. They regurgitate it to their markets, right? And their markets accepted them. So when we come with the new shit, when we changing the sound and changing the culture, he like a baby first time tasting some shit that like they not too sure of the taste. Like I've been drinking titty milk the whole time, bitch. Now you shove some mad sweet potatoes in my mouth and some fucking collard greens. I'm like, but as soon as I start really tasting that shit, I'm like, man, I want some more of that. Like now you like, man, I want that.
So now that you bring it up, so it was actually a few weeks ago before the video shoot, because I listen to Sirius XM a lot in my car.
Right.
Lil homie started to pull up on there. And then you heard it was a New Orleans voice, and I think he had made some reference. And I was like, all right, ROB49. A couple of days later, I heard the shit again. And then the video shoot came. So I think it's just a matter of time before, right now he literally just hit the next level and at the beginning of the next level. Son ain't got it. He working on it. So we really about to watch this nigga blow. It's only a matter of time. See, otherwise, just you got a bunch of hating ass niggas. The shit hot.
See, I think they not used to that sound yet. And once they bitch start listening to it, you hear me? Because that's what's gonna happen. You hear me? Like, you gonna be like, I don't really get it. Then your bitch gonna get it. You hear me? Then bitch, you gonna have to get it once your bitch get it. Because ROB49 is coming for your bitch. Yeah. Like, he gonna...
And then Lil Baby done stamped a nigga.
And I think the Lil Baby stamp is big.
That's huge.
But
that's almost
dangerous like for Lil Baby. Dangerous for Lil Baby.
That was almost a Drake stamp.
Hey, that's a dangerous thing for Lil Baby because, like I said, the same people that Lil Baby appealed to, Rob trying to appeal to. And he got a song where he's singing on this fucking album, which I was like, all right, keep it up. You did? Because he ain't got no auto-tune or none of that. You did? So I wonder, once he start really playing with, like, different shit, since it seemed like he willing to do different shit now, that I see him on some real singing shit, damn near. You did? I wonder how far that could go once you start dealing with different producers that's coming with a budget, like crazy budgets. You know what I'm saying? Because right now he making albums within a budget that's not like a fucking Michael Jackson budget. You know what I'm saying? So once you start touching people who really on that they gonna start bringing the money to the table, because that's gonna bring you a whole different production factor. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe that's coming.
No, I know it's coming because especially like people with audio hitters, right? You got, man, imagine audio hitters with like a fucking $7 million budget.
Yeah.
Like, you see what he do on regular dudes' budgets. Like, he do that shit on a regular budget. You give audio hitter a fucking $1 million budget, $2-3 million budget to fuck with some shit.
About to make magic.
What with the Rob sound that we ain't never really hear from nobody before? Dog, this is gonna be the new era of what the New Orleans sound mean, and in a generation where everything is mashed up and nobody really have a real sound, nobody really have a real dialect. We the last dialect, us and some of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Where you could really just hear a person talk and say,
you
they
from New Orleans.
Right, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I know where you from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out of a room full of people, they gonna know where you from. Like, we all use the same slang on gang them, on like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all talking the same, looking the same, dressing like Young Boy, which another artist that's from the South. They like, so we touching culture. It's just that Baton Rouge had already did it on this level. You know what I'm saying? That we've been waiting for our turn. Like, and Rob represent our turn. So that's why you see him getting so much love, because we not hating on Baton Rouge. We proud of them. Like, they came from us.
Right.
Like, that's like our baby. Like, they was on some whole Texas shit when we met them. The hurricane came and they got on that city shit.
Boy, the city got out there.
Yeah, they turned it up.
Yeah.
Like we turned it up. King Mac Fitness, he do the fitness shit uptown. You did like he do like, but that nigga when we was like 2003, 2004, this nigga was one of the hottest fucking club promoters in Baton Rouge, and he was a college student. He was throwing fucking parties, and I think they had a situation where something happened. Well, there's some shit we really can't talk about, but a situation happened where he ended up on getting in a situation that kind of put like a little damper on it. But before that situation kicked off, man, he had Baton Rouge turned with the city, and that was around the time Soldier Slim was on College Hill. You did College Hill was at Southern. You did like all this shit like 2003, 2004. You did 2005. Delano Mitchell. You did he was
No draws.
yeah, like all that. You did all that was cracking. So we was really like Soldier Slim was still alive. You did like we was really on some fucking bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, the Carter had already came out.
Yeah.
You did like what?
And Cash Money still had their foot on niggas through.
What?
Yeah.
We was on some bullshit though, like really. So this is New Orleans at its prime. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like the end of the era. That was the end of the era. So hurricane hit. We go through a fucking like nothing. You did like you get the squad, you get like different shit that's popping and waves, but it was the end of the era.
Yeah.
You did. It was the end of the New Orleans era. Wayne left and got Nicki and Drake, and New Orleans was dead.
Yep.
Income Nino Kelvin, income BTY Youngin. You did. BTY Youngin was like that fucking breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Nino Kelvin was like Popeye's chicken. It was always good. You did, it's always good. A nice organic, you did, build up. You did like, but I didn't know about Nino Kelvin until BTY Youngin. On me personally.
I got onto a BTY and Nino actually through you.
Through me. So like
that's one thing you're gonna do. You're gonna tell the city who hot, who not. And you gonna let a nigga know who to follow.
Yo, I don't give a fuck. If I feel like you fucking hot,
yeah,
I'm pushing your music. You did like
so I definitely seen his name a few times before I gave him, that click. But I seen it through you.
Dog, BTY Youngin was like when I heard his music for the first time. When I heard, I said, I looked. I said, man, who the fuck is that? I said, man, who that dude is? It said, oh, he in jail. I'm like, well, I gotta find out who he is. Like, I started inboxing all his people. I started like just hitting up all of the numbers that I'm seeing under his little his page and all that shit. And just started like tapping in with people around him to try to. Cause I'm like, I gotta know this kid. This kid in my backyard. You did like I want to support him. Like if you need niggas to go walk down flyers. I'll go walk down your flyers. Yeah. You need niggas to set up and sell CDs, deliver CDs, or whatever you need.
Yeah.
You did? Like, I'm just talking about from the groundwork. Like, I'm willing to do the groundwork for you when I believe in you as an artist. I don't give a fuck if I'm making $1 million being a cameraman or doing some shit like YouTube or whatever. Like, if I believe in you as an artist, give me your flyers, give me your merch, you dig? I'll go walk it down for you because I really believe in you and I just want to show you that I do the groundwork for you. Like, and I think that's important when you talk about building anything within our community. You got to have people that's willing to do the groundwork for you. Like, you got to have, like, when you own a house, you got to be willing to take your hand, go get some gloves and dig your fucking hand in the toilet with the shit. You heard me? And pull your fucking toilet up off the floor, clean the shit up off the floor, get an auger, pull a fucking dirty pamper motherfucking and flush down your toilet or baby wipes and fucking clean that shit up and keep fucking going. And you gotta have people around you that's willing to do the same thing for your house. You dig? If they gonna consider it our house. You dig? If they really down for putting this shit down. So when we talk about ROB49, he represent that chance that we lost in BTY Youngin. You did? Because Youngin had that fucking voice. You know what I'm saying? Where he was that fucking lead. You know? So when we lost him, I feel like we lost a lot. I invested a lot into New Orleans hip hop through BTY Youngin. Like I invested a lot of my life and my time into that shit because I just knew this nigga was gonna be the one. You did. So for him to get stolen like Slim, you know what I'm saying? Like so many greatness, you know, and greatness was kind of different for me because I had started hearing his music before I knew, like I wasn't really tapped into the streets like that, the street side of the music with him. I guess obviously because he went directly under my radar. Like I think I was more fucking with the bone shit at the time,
Right.
when greatness was really like making his run in the
Son
streets.
came out of nowhere. Well, for me, he came out of nowhere.
For me, he came out of nowhere too. Yeah. And then I started going back and hearing that, oh, all right, he been working and doing this and doing that and doing that. You did. And, you know, like everything to me kind of fall down to street politics. Like, because in New Orleans, the street politics, and that's what made Rob different, street politics seem to be right. Because in New Orleans, it's so small. If your street politics not right, unfortunately, people could try to come after you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have certain people protecting you in the city that just make, you know, man, even fuck random shit could happen. Like, random people just see you with a chain on and want to rob you when nothing can't really stop that from happening. Straight bullets, whatever the fuck happened. But at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that we lose artists in our city that's from our city. You know, but the city's so small, it's a dangerous place to be once you obtain a certain amount of fame. Because you don't know what reason in the person. It could be the smallest reason that person have animosity against you.
Fuck you on and the next nigga ain't.
Facts. So, you know, Rob, his street politics seem to be right. Everybody seem like they want him to win, right? And I believe
Which is
that
different. Which is a different atmosphere for this city, boy.
It is.
It's different.
It is. I'm still trying to get adjusted to it, tell you the truth. But I think we know where we've been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we looking at him. And that's why I listen to the album so much, because I really want to be critical of it. They're like, I really want to be like, look at it like the biggest hater would, and look at it like the biggest fan would at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fucking music. I like the sound. I can't say nothing bad about the whole album, dog. I listened to it 5 times. You did. It's a great, great, great album. Is it a classic album? No. I'm gonna say only because three of the songs are like songs that we heard before, like from Rob, right? I think one of them might have a different beat, but that's the only reason. But the other songs, all of them hit. All of them hit. Everything nice. I'm just trying to think of what the music would sound like from a person who never heard those songs. You know what I'm saying? Just hear this album as their first introduction to Rob. You did, like, I think it would be hard for them to understand it at first, but it's going to have a money bag, your effect, where your bitch going to end up singing that shit. You hear me?
Another nigga, I didn't expect him to be as big. You did?
Yo,
yeah.
Dog, I'm late to the money bag. I'm going to tell you how, look. I'm going to tell you how late I am to the money bag yo train. All right? So late that I just got on money bag yo this year.
Oh no.
This year, through an Apple Music playlist, they got money bag yo essentials. So I'm at work and I'm working and I put that shit on loud in the back.
Son got bangers.
Dog, I was doing my work so fucking fast. I'm in that bitch like, this nigga got. And that's how I was with Rob. It was the same thing. Was like, all right, because I see all the young niggas on it. I go to the little house parties, all the young bitches on it. Go to the club, they run that fucking Rob. Everybody on it. Yeah. I'm like, But they was on it at the house parties and shit first before they played it in the club. 'Cause it's hard to get a street song played in the club. It's almost just as hard as getting your street club played on a radio.
A lot of the clubs don't want to fuck with the street niggas.
Right. The clubs be acting like they scared to play street songs, but bitch, all this shit was built on street songs. Before the yippee 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 and the bounce culture really took off, it was the fucking street shit, and the bounce shit was about street shit.
Mm-hmm.
You did? So why not play the street music when fuck that's where we come from.
You gonna play the other nigga shit from another nigga shit.
Right.
You
And that's the
another
thing.
Another nigga shit from another city about the same shit. But you won't play the nigga from this city with the same shit.
If I DJ, I'm playing your music and your op music. You did? Like, y'all just gotta work that shit out.
Yeah.
You did? Not at my club. You heard me, bitch? But y'all gonna have to work that shit out. You did? Because at the end of the day, if he making hot music, is it at some degree, it gotta be about the music.
Right.
All right? Like, if your op rap and you rap, all right, and you just so happen hear a nigga song and it's a hot song, you ain't gotta tell that nigga it's a hot song, but tell yourself, like, yeah, that's a hot song. You heard me? Don't go out your way to just, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Right. Sometimes that's the best advice. Like, because you don't want to give your ops no fuel to their fire. You dig? You don't want to make the shit that y'all got going on worse. You don't want to make it seem like you fucking with that in public. So just don't say nothing at all publicly. You dig? But to yourself, just let yourself know that this nigga making hot music. You dig? Like, and hopefully he look at your music the same way, dog, because a lot of these dudes, the only reason why we don't have a wave is because this person hate that person.
That's been our problem.
Right. But if we could separate it, if we could separate, like, just look at the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the personal relationship or the politic out, right? And just look at the fucking music and listen to the music, right? But you can't when a nigga got that wall up, like, I don't like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? When a nigga feel like, man, I just don't like this nigga. I don't know. Because I never hated nobody. Right. So it's hard for me to even step in the shoes of a nigga who hates somebody. You did? Because I didn't listen to people that I should never listen to. You know what I'm saying? But I just be wanting to hear what a motherfucker gotta say. So I don't know, bro. Like, I just hope Rob, the album, gonna be like, it's gonna be received well. It's gonna be received well. I'm really waiting for it to soak in. You did? Because I was playing it this morning at the fucking gas station and niggas was like looking and shit. You did? And niggas was like bobbing their head and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for everybody to hear it. So, like, the little slang's gonna come in.
It's a matter of time. He got to keep making his rounds, keep touching this market, keep touching that market, keep doing his interviews, which got him on, keep doing those interviews. You know what niggas to touch. We know what podcast going. We know who to watch. That's the way through. You dig? You got to touch the people in some type of fashion.
He got a song called All Right. You dig? And I'm happy he did that. You dig? I'm happy he made a song called All Right, because I want to see if that slang gonna take hold, like, in our language. You know what I'm saying? Or on Twitter or through the viral, like, because that All Right is his trademark now. You dig? Like, that's his trademark word. Like, Master P had his Juvenile got his thing. Like, everybody got their little thing. You dig?
Yeah.
Now that All Right, that's his shit. You dig? And I want to see how that end up taking hold, or if it take hold. So, like, street languages, nah, you dig? Because people already say that word a lot, but that with that cadence, it's just funny, dog. Cause like, now, like, I ain't gonna lie, the first time I heard it, it was kind of annoying, right? And then I told you, by the third time I heard it, it was almost like
Yeah,
I'm fucking with it. You did
Ross beat his
like
shit into you. Never
yeah.
had a
All
time to
right.
fuck. We was waiting
Dog,
for that shit. And I don't even much hear no more. I'm like, oh, nigga, what happened? Hit that bitch.
I'm happy he's stamping it before somebody else just come trying to say it and using this shit. And you know what I'm
Like he
saying?
did the shit.
Yeah, I'm happy he's stamping that word, you did, because that's like our shit, you did. And now he making it like he bringing back what it is to be from New Orleans again, you did, because he one of them babies. He the Katrina baby.
Yeah.
You did. He the Katrina babies that we've been waiting for to see, like, who gonna be y'all representative. You did. Like, who gonna be the person that really, like, say what y'all generation all about. You dig? And as a person that's 39 years old, you dig, I was born in 1982. You dig? Just coming from my standpoint, I'm proud of y'all.
Right.
You did, like, to all the Katrina babies, you did, through everything y'all been through. You did, they try to keep y'all down. And as a kid from New Orleans, ROB49 represent them Katrina babies and saying that through everything, we still gonna develop a sound. You did, we still gonna be us. And he represent that. You did, on the national scale now.
Right.
You did, you gotta be proud of them dudes, dog.
I'm definitely proud. It just make you feel good for the city. You know, me being a musician, musicians been trying to put the city on, but we can't make the same type of noise. Cause fuck, just like the rappers, there's so many of us doing the same fucking thing. We just out here getting whatever bag we can. But for somebody to finally do it on the rap scene and make it big and make it huge, it just felt good to see the city win.
Yeah,
Especially known because we got so much hate within the city. And now it's almost like the city done wrap their arms around the nigga. Good job. All right, we won't see this nigga win. We just never seen that, or we ain't felt that shit in so long.
man, dog, like Rob really I'm proud of the kid.
Yeah.
And it made me look at artists like Nino Kelvin and appreciate them, because Nino Kelvin with the machine behind him would be like insane. He did, because Nino Kelvin, he a different animal, because he could drop every 2 months. Like, this nigga have an album every 2 months. Like, he could.
Like Spitter.
Yeah.
Spitter.
Spitter and Nino Kelvin is kind of like, I look at them alike, because they got their cult followings. You did. They Spitter partnered with a label a few times. You did. Nino Kelvin never partnered with no label. You did. Even though he related to the label, he related to the #1 label. He could have easily probably just jumped behind the machine. You did, but he keep it traditional. You did, and you gotta respect artists like that. And that's what make the Rob situation so particular, because he got the voice. He got the street side good. You dig, the rap, the music good. And he got the machine behind him now. You dig?
Yeah.
Now he got the machine behind him.
So once that machine dropped that,
now you got these big budget
he gonna give you what you're looking
videos coming.
For. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, now you're going to get more of a look at the Nino Kelvins and the Road Ruggies and the Weed Junkie and Bolos, and because now these people going to start looking at this sound where all these people got like a different sound. You dig? Nino Kelvin, he's just going to get bigger and bigger. You dig? He going to never have to sign to a label. You dig? Like, by the time Nino Kelvin talk to a label, it's gonna be a partnership.
Right.
You dig? Like, he gonna end up building that shit up. I got faith in them. Toki Hefner, all those dudes. Like, Rob gonna make it. Just from Rob doing him, Rob don't never have to ever do music with no other artists from New Orleans. If he just do him, right, it's gonna still make it better for everybody else. Because they're going to be coming back trying to see. Like,
it'd be lovely if he took the CEO approach
That's what he said he planned on doing.
You know, once you get you, I definitely understand. Go ahead and get you. But then if you could go ahead and open up the city and start putting on the right niggas and then put this bitch back on,
Which he will.
whew,
He will. Because when you look at all his interviews, that's what he talk about.
yeah.
Like, he talk about doing that. Like, that's all he talk about is doing that. He talk about
I can't
putting
wait
the
for that
city
moment.
back on, holding it down for the city. Now we live from Vulture Island. You did like we live from Vulture Island.
It's like
Like,
I feel that shit coming. That's what's more like the shit just fucking shit feel good.
see, then like he tap into different little traditional shit. Like, you remember when Master P and them used to be like, I'm the this behind you this, and him and Mystical used to be like saying them, like Mystical used to be saying different shit like I'm the mosquito in the ear, all that shit like that. Rob had went on to like a little fucking flow like that, and like I think that's the second song, which I think is Undefeated. That's like I didn't listen to Undefeated probably like 9 or 10 times. Like, I can't get past that fucking song. Like, that bitch just bang for a reason to me, dog. Like, that nigga just go into
gotta do
different
my
flow
homework.
patterns.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same sound, same ROB49 sound, but the flow pattern is a No Limit flow pattern. You dig? And I'm like, this little nigga smart, dog. That mean you really listen to music. Like, whether you mean to do that or not,
Yeah.
it's in you. Like, that shit, like, the music in you. Like, the culture in you. Either you been listening to that shit, like, either your daddy been listening to that shit, or somewhere, you know how sometimes you could just be around some shit and pick up on
it's
certain
stuck
shit
on.
in your head.
Yeah, it's like the old school shit. We still stuck on that shit because our people listen to it.
Facts.
And now our kids know that
Facts.
shit because
Facts.
we still listening to that shit. That's why that old music ain't gonna never fucking die.
Facts.
That shit keep getting bounced down from generation to generation.
You think Rob will ever be able to separate himself from you know like how they had all these different rappers that was out when Lil Wayne was out, right? Like his age, right? Name one of them.
We talking about before Katrina, 18.
Yeah.
Other than the niggas that was around, BG,
Not them niggas. Like, name all the other local niggas that was out when Lil Wayne was out.
all I can probably think around is PNC, Partners in Crime.
And they was like OGs by that time.
Yeah, I don't know no little niggas that was out during that time.
Like, you can't remember none.
They was the little niggas.
Yeah, but they had other little, like the block burners. And like that was like around Katrina time, before Katrina time. Like, you know what I'm saying is Lil Wayne was a young nigga who was hot from the city, right? And they had other niggas who was hot from the city, like the Nut and the you know, cause they had their own little
I'm
group.
about to say if it was them in the squad up.
3D Nati, they was in the sniper squad. They had different little groups that was like, because the Hot Boys had already came out before Wayne came out, right? So by the time the Hot Boys came out, everybody was forming their little Hot Boy groups in the city at the time.
That's when the clique started in New Orleans.
Right.
And
But
niggas
then
start putting
they always
names on
had
and shit.
like 3D Nati was that one little artist that came out of her group. You know what I'm saying? But everything came from the group effort, and then you worked with a group. Now you more working on your own sound.
See,
You
those
did.
the group dances and shit. Yeah, everything was group back then.
So now you look at ROB49 in the perspective of looking at Lil Wayne, the BGs, and the people who really like Nino Kelvin, right? Nino Kelvin been through like 2 eras now. He went through the BTY era. You did. BTY been gone about 2 or 3 years now. You did. 17,
I'm about to say it feel long.
Yeah, he been gone for a while.
Yeah.
Nino Kelvin in that time been, because Styles went to jail. You dig? So Nino Kelvin in that time been holding all that shit down, like with music wise and just the culture that whole time. And now you got the Rob era, you did, coming up, and Nino's still a hot streaming relevant artist. You know what I'm saying? So the comparison of the two, when I talk about everybody else, right, it's gonna be funny to see who really keep or swim through time. You know what I'm saying? Because Rob gonna bring a lot of attention to the city. Now, whether the rest of these artists capitalize on it, I hope they feel in that pressure.
Yeah.
Because the pressure not just on Rob.
Right.
The pressure on everybody,
Everybody
because
else that been
how
doing it.
you gonna really wash out through the sands of time? You know what I'm saying? As an artist right now. Because this is the Rob era. Nino proving that he gonna be able to swim to the top no matter whoever it is. Nino gonna always be one or two, depending on who you ask. You know what I'm saying? And no matter whoever it is, so he proved he gonna be there. You dig? After Rob Wave, would they go bigger or come down, whatever it do, you dig? Nino proving that he gonna be able to swim it. Now the pressure is on all the rest of these artists, because like the way waves work, once a person pop the shit open, you did, like, it's gonna be another, like, if you don't get in on that shit,
You gonna miss that shit.
your time gonna be over. Like, you gonna be a was. You did, you gonna be a has been.
So
you
look,
did.
that's a gem you just dropped for anybody that's rapping and trying to get in this game. If you can, say that shit one more time, son. Say what you just said, son.
Oh, about the wash?
The wave,
Yo,
son.
yeah.
It's only gonna come around so often, son. If y'all don't get on this shit right fucking now, y'all gonna miss this motherfucking wave.
Yes.
And it ain't gonna be nobody else's fault but yours, because you ain't put in the work.
You ain't put in the work. Right now, the time. Like, me as a blogger, as a person who make documentaries, as a person who in that art, I feel the pressure. Like, anybody that know me right now that been around my personal circle, know I've been working on this fucking Rob piece for 2 weeks. You did? Like, when it first became my idea, I'm like, man, I gotta work on this piece about Rob. Though I didn't threw away 5 fucking pieces I wrote already. He did become like, no, this is not good enough. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. You did? And the first one might have been good enough, but it was like, I read it to a point where I started like criticizing that bitch. I'm like, nah, I could do better than this. You did? Because I'm feeling the pressure of having to produce something. I even told his dad, I'm like, bro, this next thing I'm about to do, I said, Rob don't know me right now. You did? And I'm happy he don't know me. I said, because my next moves I make, he gonna know me. You did? He gonna know that, like I'm that nigga to know. You did? Because I really got faith in what he doing, and I go dig in the dirt for you when I really got faith in what you doing. You did? And though, like, I've been working on that shit. It's just I want it to be right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel the pressure. So if you an artist right now and you making music and you ever had a wave or a buzz or anything like that, right now is the time you need to be fucking in the lab, fucking working, making music, on your coffee, on whatever you do that make you fucking flash.
Shoot these videos, drop your videos, go find somebody, go do an interview with, start hitting up these niggas with the podcast, go start putting yourself in your people. Fuck. If you can't get a show, which most niggas can't get a show, put on your own motherfucking show, put your partners on. Y'all create your own shows out here. It's so easy. Stop waiting for the work. Create your own work. And fuck them showcases.
Yeah, I ain't. and don't get me wrong. Look, I ain't gonna say fuck the showcases. I'm not gonna go that far. But I would say you don't really need that.
Yeah.
You don't really need it. But if you want to get you some exercise, go handle your business.
Yeah.
You dig? Like, but if you got, don't go in the showcase thinking you're going to make some money.
Yeah.
Like, don't go thinking you're going to make money. Don't go thinking somebody going to give you a deal of a lifetime. Like, if you go to the showcase, either go to network with other artists.
Network or practice your craft.
Or practice. Like, if you want to get some practice in front of a crowd, or just rapping in front of people on the stage to get some stage presence and shit like that, go for that. Yeah. Don't go for the money. don't go for the
Think
fucking.
you about to pop off?
No,
Well,
no,
yeah.
no, no.
So when I
no.
say fuck it, not to say fuck it, yeah, I think it's real good to go ahead and get that practice. And yeah, start networking with other artists. Y'all start featuring. Y'all start, putting the work in. Start working with each other. That's what we really got to do in the city is working with each other. But I know artists, and that's all they'll do is book showcases.
You
Nothing
think
else.
you think Rob gonna fuck with a bounce artist? Cause I would love to hear ROB49 and Reedy. I ain't gonna lie because like if you go listen to Reedy album, like her album on iTunes, dog, Reedy be fucking spitting, dog, and dog, a ROB49 re-up Reedy.
On the bounce
Fucking
track?
no, nigga,
Oh,
on
yeah.
some rapping shit.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
On some rapping shit. You did like you could put a trigger man on that bitch, son. You could just put the straight trigger man and let them go yeah for yeah. And I put Treaty on that bitches.
Yeah.
Let her dog, like they have so many possibilities with this ROB49 shit, though, that the shit gonna be so fucking crazy, though. Because but even like a bounce artist, like, do you think Rob would fuck with the bounce sound? You think Rob would fuck with the bounce sound? Period. Like even like on some Drake shit, like how Drake fuck with the bounce sound, like on the hook and all that type of shit.
I don't know. I think once he get well established, then you can start playing with shit. I don't know if in this position that's the best move to start making right now.
Right.
Because one thing bad about New Orleans, once you start coming out with that bounce shit, that's what they're going to be expecting. So I don't think right now
Think
would
bounce
be
too powerful. Like
No, it's just, once a nigga put out a bounce track.
Juvenile went bounce.
Yeah, but we talking about.
He started out in bounce.
Who remembers that shit?
The world.
Man.
Back that ass up is his fucking like
It's a bounce.
it won't go away. That's just like his classic to the fucking world, nigga.
Yeah, but it ain't your classic bounce
Before that, Juvenile classic was fucking
bounce for the Juvenile.
No, that was way before what I'm about to say. I'm about to say, with that iron, I'ma roll with him. Mama don't pray for me. I don't back down from no nigga. That was Juvenile classic. You dig?
I like bounce. I just don't see it. I just don't see it as big as rap is.
It's not because it's regional.
Yeah.
But it won't go away.
It won't go away.
It's gonna always be there. You dig? Like, and it's gonna always have like people like I didn't watch all this. It's still hip hop.
Yeah.
You dig? Bounce is like the most original form of hip hop.
Yeah.
That still exists.
Fuck, it's just like Second Line. It's all that doom, 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 doom. So yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
Hip hop started out with the MC and the DJ. You dig? And the MC shouting out the DJ. You dig? Like, and that's what bounce kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like the DJs, like more popular than the fucking bounce artists. No, you did like you know more of the fucking DJs business and you did what they you know what I'm saying, like
The
you
dance
know
is more popular than the band.
yeah, like what the fuck you did
I
what
get
the
it.
fuck
I
going
definitely
on. We gotta wrap this one up. You heard me? Like this
Yeah.
is a fire joke. You did
And it's just number
ROB49. You did ROB49. The projection. Let's see if we was right, wrong in the long term. I hope everybody got their fucking feet to the fire and ready to produce some content, dog. Because right now is the time. Because once the majors come, they don't just come get one. You did like they come and get. But they only gonna take the ones that's worth it.
Right.
You did like where we fall at in the shuffle of time, we all gonna see. But I've been swimming for a long time,
Yeah,
dog.
and it's literally up to you. Up to you.
Right. Media, rappers, fucking photographers, you heard me? Like right now, feet to the fire, you did. We all about to be welcome to the majors, you did. Just whether you want it or not, you did. Find somebody to work with. I'm telling you, because if you out here by yourself,
It's a lonely world.
though, don't be out here by yourself. Get
It's
you a team, work with somebody, be humble, stay true to your team, And this is Benjamin's room. What you gotta say, K? Because this Benjamin's room, we gonna get live, we gonna get fucking dirty, we gonna talk about the shit that need to be talked about.
I'm where you at with it, man. We all just need to learn how to work together. Like you said, get your team. Nobody's bigger than the other person. You need your team. You need your team. So, as a city, we just need to learn how to come together and work together. And we'll be as big as we supposed to be. We'll be as big as we supposed to be. No matter if the next man get hotter than the other man before that man. We got to congratulate that man. We got to keep working, but we got to keep working with each other after that. And we'll really start winning.
Yup. I can't wait, dog. And this
I don't
is
like
episode
winning
1.
by myself. Winning by yourself don't feel good.
This is episode 1, dog. Yo, we gonna do this shit every week. We're gonna talk about some of the things that's going on right now. Only thing that's going on right now is ROB49.
ROB49.
Rob came out. Rob came out today. Welcome to Vulture Island. You dig? Everybody need to support Rob. And you dig? And let's ride this fucking wave and see what the fuck we gonna fucking do. You dig? How music gonna change?
Yes,
I'm more excited because I know that this gonna develop into the next future sound of the whole rap industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that might sound weird to a lot of people, but
the industry is full of the New Orleans sound, but not the New Orleans face. Some of the best songs that we listen out here, Chris Brown. He stay rocking the New Orleans shit. Now he got a New Orleans nigga writing that shit. Shout out to 80. But his face ain't on it.
Right.
Our shit is implanted all through the industry. New York, Atlanta, Cali, they all using our shit. They just not putting our face on it. So, because we done did a lot of fucked up shit, and we know it. We know it.
But we brought everything to the game. That's just like, fuck, if you flip the fucking Thanksgiving table, but you made all the fucking food and it's your table in your house, bitch. Bitch, I'm gonna flip that bitch if I want to. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. And that's the approach we take it with Benjimanzroom, because guess what? We bringing everything to the table. So we not about to take no pennies. We not about to hold our tongue for nobody or none of that shit, you dig? Because we ain't asking y'all niggas to come here. You dig? And this is just our opinions, you dig, on what the fuck we know that's going on. We know ROB49 gonna change the fucking sound of music. You dig? Because it's something that a lot of people never heard before, and we know what we do.
It's exciting.
Man, we know what we do when we get the fucking spotlight. You dig? We shine. We used to this shit. We look at the NFL, look at the NBA. You dig? You get the most fucking players per capita coming from Louisiana, and if you look at how many of them just come from New Orleans, you dig? We send kids to the NFL and to the big colleges like in fucking truckloads.
Yeah.
You dig? Like, whether they hold a discipline to really like go, most of them do. You dig? And out of 10, 4 of them niggas gonna do like legendary shit. And whatever they go fucking do, you dig? And we gonna always know, bitch, you always from New Orleans. And that's the thing about being from New Orleans. It's almost like a fraternity where you can't not be from New Orleans, nigga.
Right.
Like Cordell Stewart, nigga, you from fucking Marrero, nigga. Like, bitch, you gonna always be from a fucking, like, we not letting you go, bitch. You can do as much fucked up shit as you want to.
Right.
You could say all the shit you want to, bitch. You from here, bitch.
Right.
You did, like, we was proud of you at one time. You did, like, I don't give a fuck who you is.
Yeah.
You from New Orleans first. You know what I'm saying? Or you from fucking cross the river, bitch. They, like, you do enough legendary shit, they gonna claim you from New Orleans too. Give a fuck, they be like, oh, you from West Wego? No, that bitch from here. Like, that nigga, you know what I'm saying? That from Destrehan, man, that nigga from New Orleans. Fuck that nigga, fast as a motherfucker.
That's what we need to start changing. That shit.
Yup. So, like, we gonna support the fuck out you, because we, even though you might be from St. Rose, like, all us related. You know what I'm saying? We still support the fuck out of all our children that go make it, and you can't be no bigger than this city. Like, and to say as small as the city is, there's a fraternity that you can't run from. You know what I'm saying? You from New Orleans first. So that's all we gotta say. This Benjiman's Room. You dig?
KP.
You know, episode 1. We out.